So today I'm going to see if I can't get these solar panels moved over to the other side of my little trench here. And that'll give me the room I need to slide this down. All right, first thing I want to do is make sure these panels over here are charging our Ecoflow, which is sitting in the pump house over here. And you can see the wires run over here. And I've got a couple breaker boxes over here. But I like to make sure that we're just about as fully charged. There's not really anything much running off of this system right now, especially with the warmer temperatures. We're not even running the heaters. We didn't run the heaters at all last night, which is really nice and quiet. The only thing really running is the pump over here for the well, but I just need to disconnect them for a little bit. Then I'll have to probably make some extensions, but we'll go ahead and shut these down. And that'll allow me to safely disconnect these. Now with these disconnected, we can separate these panels. All right, I'm going to tape these wires up so I don't trip on them or ruin them. Okay. All right, I got all the wires bundled up. Next, I got to take these tie downs off. In typical Tim fashion, I threw this together in about an afternoon. I think it was the first day it was starting to snow, and it took me a few hours, but these are just some leftover from our forms. Put them to use, and it's worked out really well. It's worked out extremely well, actually. Really happy with the way it held out all winter. Let's get this going. Not too windy of a day today, so hopefully it stays calm enough that I can manage these panels on my own here. As I said, they're not too heavy, but if the wind catches them just right. Okay, here we go. 2 down, 3 to go. All right, panels are moved temporarily. I get that rack over here. Like I said, I'm gonna have to drive around the end of the pond over here, but I'll grab the tractor and see if I can figure out how to pick that thing up. I really don't have a plan for how I'm gonna pick this up. Worst case scenario, I'll have to take it apart and reassemble it on the other side. Let's see how it goes. Well, I got it off the ground. I'm not sure I can make it there in one piece, but we're gonna give it a try. Nice and slow, slow and steady. I figured I built it, so I can rebuild it if it comes apart. It's the little crossing I made. It's not very wide. Hopefully I can get by here. If I can, the rest of it should be pretty easy. Looks pretty tight. I don't know. Woo. Rocks over here. We're almost there. I had to go all the way around the pond just to get it from over here to over here because I don't have my bridge in yet. All right, I'm gonna pick this up a little bit. That should do it right there. All right, well, I got them over here in one piece. Just got to set them down. I like the location right there. Let's see what happens here. I got one leg that's sticking up over here. I got one that's off the ground because of this one, so I'm going to pick this up. And this one's got to go over here. Okay. Got him down on the ground one piece. That was awesome. All right, got it over here in one piece. When I was throwing this together last fall, I was running short on these 4-inch lag screws here, but I did get another bunch in, so I'm gonna go ahead and sturdy this up. It's pretty sturdy, still pretty strong, and with the weight of the panels on there, not too much to worry about, but it won't hurt to put in a couple more screws in there to make sure she stays together. And then I can put the panels back on, and I'll have to do another section of wire to reach the cabin over here. It shouldn't be a big problem.
There's a light that exists where I only get to live each moment as it happens. There's a time and a place where you turn and touch my face each morning as you awaken. I wanna stay right here. 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 I wanna hold you near. I wanna stay right here. I wanna stay right here. I wanna stay right here. I wanna stay right.
Okay, now to get the panels back on. It's good and sturdy. I'm happy with it. Came across great. All right, get the panels mounted. Last thing to do would be to wire them up. So I'll do that now. Only thing is I'll have to make an extension because I got it quite a bit further than it used to be from the pump house here. And for now, I'm just gonna lay the wire across. Not gonna be ideal, but it'll work. This is all temporary anyway. Hopefully, once we get the shipping container over here moved, then we can get this pump house out of the way and we can continue our water line over to where it's going to end up in this pump house over, or in this container over here. And then from there, I'll start working on our permanent big system that's going to power the whole off-grid system here. So these panels actually belong to the big system that we bought that's sitting in the shipping container over there. And I hate to use them for what we're doing, but we just really didn't have any choice. I didn't want to go out and buy more panels, although I may end up at some point to run the two smaller systems, the Blue Eddy and the Ecoflow. But for now, this is working out great. And as long as we don't damage any more, as you might have seen, we've already got one ruined, but we're doing good so far. So let's keep going. I'll get this wired up and we'll get it back online. All right, I got my wiring done and I got my panels connected over here. And the do something to protect this wire a little bit more, but for now I just got to get them hooked up, get some power back in the Ecoflow. I'm ready to make my connection over here. Get my other end terminated, and I got my breaker, so I'm going to leave my breaker off and plug this in, and then we'll hit the breaker and we'll see if it shows up on the app. Right now I can't see it too well here. Okay, so on my input side here, I've got nothing coming in right now, 0 watts. So I'm going to go ahead and make my connection and flip the breaker here. And if everything's working well, we should start taking in. It's cloudy, but it's a little bit of sun. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay, here's a moment of truth. I'm gonna flip the switch. We're down to 95%, so it should start taking in as soon as I hit the switch here. There we go. 582 watts charging. I don't have the low side connected. The other side is the low side right here. I didn't have enough wire to run that one yet, but I'll get some of that coming and we'll get that side hooked up. You can see it's not hooked up here, so I'll leave that one off for now. But we're taking in 700 watts, charging up.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.